educational and entertainment purposes only. None of the information has been proven to yet be true, but may lead to a connection in recovery or arrest in the disappearance of Monisha Leath. Please understand I reached out to the GBI, they didn't call me back. Although I'm not a witness, I'm simply reporting my findings based off what people tell me. I would not ever post false information that I deem untrue or just false information, period. And believe it or not, she is really a friend of mine, and no one can take that from me. She is a mother above all else. So let's bring Monisha home together. These sources reached out to me. I do not contact them because I don't know who they are. I do trust their word because they are in tears and emotional when recalling these life events. Pray for everyone involved directly or indirectly because it hits different when you almost could have saved a person's life and didn't or wasn't able to. Please comment praying for Mo to show your support.
Who think I'm about losing my soul? Think I can't breathe no more. Lately it's just me and you know we, baby. We kinda in a lack of communication, but I don't really care if you don't really care, 'cause baby I know where I stand. I really love you, love you. Do you love me like you say? I really wanna fuck with you, baby, but I feel some tension. Can I get your permission to talk about our feelings and mistakes? You wanna love me, I wanna love somebody else. It don't really matter, yet I care, 'cause I know just what I need. Give me some love, please, that's what I need. Baby, that's what I need.
Welcome to Viva Convos with your girl, Yan. I am back with another video pertaining to Monisha Leath. I was able to confirm that Joe was detained the day after Mo was reported missing for an investigative hold. She was reported missing February 24th, 2022. He was booked for an investigative hold on February 25th, 2022. Joseph Leroy Jones. Let's bring Mo home because apparently Joe isn't giving enough information, and we got to figure out and dig ourselves to get to the bottom of this situation, respectfully. Now, according to this new source, which is completely different than the last source, they would suggest checking on Rockmart Highway 101 around the wooded area near the gas station where the railroad tracks is, close to the Floyd County Rockmart sign, which I think that's directly across from like the gas station, and it's like across the street from the railroad track on the left side of the road on the opposite side of the gas station. And if you get a chance, go inside the BP, ask them if they can run back their cameras and see if anybody remember seeing a lady wearing the description that I'm about to give. And this again is the gas station closest to the railroad track. And I think there were two, but we'll go over that in a minute. If you are doing searches for Monisha Leath, I would check this out. It wouldn't hurt. Information from a different anonymous source, like I said before. The source was coming from Rockmart on the way to Rome. According to her recollection, Mo and Joe were coming from the Rome area headed towards Rockmart. The car was pulled off to the side of the road. The car was parked on the side of the road. That's why she says it looks like they were headed towards Rockmart because of the direction the car was parked in. She said that she looked up and she noticed that Mo was wearing a white t-shirt, blue jean pants, and red colored shoes. I don't know what brand or style. She just said they were red colored shoes. And I'm assuming they're like low tops, but like a pair of like red and white Converse, but the low top kind. But I don't know that. She noticed how they were pacing back and forth, and it seemed from the looks of it that they were arguing and searching for something at the same time. Noting that their heads were down, mostly pointed towards the ground as they were looking and walking, stopping and arguing near a wooded area close to where they were parked off the road, which she said was near a gas station and railroad tracks. So I'm assuming she had literally just passed over the tracks past the gas station and had noticed them, because that is the closest gas station to me. That's my opinion. And she was like literally just now leaving out of Rockmart to even head towards Rome. Anonymous source continued. Alright, so she noticed what Mo was wearing simply because she briefly joked to herself that they must have been mad about losing some Mary Jane, and assumed that they'd been arguing and searching for it because of just that. But we all know that's definitely not what they were searching for, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Noted Mo and Joe, I don't know about Joe, but Mo is not a smoker. And the source felt like pulling over to help, but also was on a mission to pick up her child from school near Armergy, Georgia, and honestly didn't want to get in any stranger's business because she felt like it was a domestic dispute, but at the same time, with her making the little joke in her head, she kind of throwed it off, and, she kept on driving and went on about her day. Highly regretting this decision. It is said that, the witness was upset spiritually because, she felt like she may have ignored a huge help sign now that Mo is actually missing, and it has been reported by law officials, and their photos are being posted everywhere. And she has lost sleep and cried because she, felt like this information would be helpful, and she's just not realizing that the people that she saw on that highway that day were actually Mo and Joe, and she didn't know who they were prior to that incident on February 24th. She didn't know that, she was going to run into them, and she didn't know that Mo was going to end up missing. And that highway, it links Rockmart to Rome and Lindale. And I just want to say, like, when people go to the grocery store, you run into so many people, right? You go to the store, you go in there, you grab your groceries. You might look directly at somebody in their face and notice everything about them, from their clothing, everything, to their hairstyle or whatever. Or you might just briefly glance at them long enough to catch a memory to store it in your brain. And then, like, let's say they're posted on the news, for being wanted or something, and you'd be like, oh, that's the person I ran into at the store, but you don't know that person. This is the kind of situation that she's experienced, because she doesn't know Monisha personally. She just recognized her after seeing her photo, like, oh my God, I saw them that day. And she verified her cell phone records with that day because she was very adamant about making sure that was the day, that was the person. And yeah, so, and she was saying it was on February 24th. And, I can't change her story. I am her voice, and anyone else who wants to come forward with any information that could lead to finding Mo. The source says she was not alone when she witnessed seeing them on February 24th. As she drove from Rome to Rockmart, she described the car as being silver in color, which, could also be the dark gray color that was described the first time, if I'm not mistaken. Heavy traffic that day, so there were plenty of people, whether they knew Mo or not, whether they knew Joe or not, who could have possibly noticed him because they were, of course, standing outside of the car in a searching motion. So who wouldn't recognize two people, standing outside? Even if you don't know them, you will, if you would have rode past and saw them, it would have stuck in your memory. Like, yeah, I did ride past and see two people on the side of the road. You don't know them, so you're not going to think anything of it. And she said it was around between 1 and 2, but she didn't give it exact time. Nothing is adding up right now. Joe could not have dropped Mo off in West Rome as speculated if an anonymous source who has a witness to their witnessing of seeing them on Highway 101 around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it just wouldn't make sense, right? We know Joe was seen in Cedartown without Mo sometime after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there is a chance she could have possibly been in West Rome, but how? That I don't understand that part. But it's just not going to add up because if they say that she was here at 1:45 and then they say, well, no, I saw her over here at 1:50, that's just impossible because it takes time to travel, and around that time kids are getting out of school. Traffic is a little bit higher around that time. So I'm not sure about that. That seriously leaves a short time window between 2 and like 5:30, 5 o'clock, between 2 and 5. That's like a 3-hour window. Since he drove to Cedartown from Rockmart, I'm really wondering what direction did he really actually take, because there's so many ways to get to Cedartown from that side of town. Since he left Mo in the public area, then why hasn't he spoken out yet? I mean, why hasn't she spoken out yet? Why hasn't they spoken out yet? Like, where is she? Why hasn't she been physically seen by anybody since you've been detained? It's not making sense. So if he went to Cedartown and this witness is saying that they saw them on Rockmart Highway, and he was closer to Rockmart. All he would have had to do is make a right turn, pass across the tracks, and he would have made a right turn, and then he would have just kept straight down and went a different, direction, right, to get to Cedartown. So where is Monisha Leath? We don't know yet. I feel like only Joseph Leroy Jones knows. Again, the last person seen with her the Thursday afternoon, she disappeared in the middle of daylight. He says he let her out of the car after an argument. Her phone got thrown from the car on his way back to Cedartown from Rome. So to me, I feel like, they were arguing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to tell you in a minute why I feel like that. I'm going to finish reading what I was reading. Okay? He only had from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. the last time he was seen with her in Rome, according to this post that was posted on Facebook. He was seen at his apartment in Cedartown without her, and it takes about 30 minutes to get to Rome to Cedartown, depending on traffic, right? So that left him an hour and a half to do something with her, where he claims that he left her out of the car to walk. It was close to a family member's house in town, but he doesn't specify who the family was. He doesn't specify what street or what area. Doesn't give any um, landscape or no details. Nothing at all, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, this lady is your wife. You should care about your wife. Here, I just have a satellite view of the Highway 101 Rome Rockmart area, and I just wanted to show you guys what I had saw myself, so you can actually see what I'm seeing and what I'm talking about, so it can make a little bit more sense with a visual. Let's jump into this. Let's see. It's hard to use Google Maps when you're used to using it on your phone. Okay. If you can see right here, all the way right here, all the way down to the red dot, leads you to Cedartown, and that is, let me see. I'll change the format to satellite view. Let's see. It's supposed to change. Okay. So let's just zoom in real quick. All right. From the looks of it, it's taking a detour because it's not actually going all the way up 101. And I'm gonna upload pictures to show you the difference because there's a huge space difference. Okay, let's see. Okay, so going down Rockmart Highway, I'm not using the GPS version because he didn't use that version to go down. Apparently, he went straight down Rockmart Road, which leads you to 101, but it's not showing that direction. So let's see. Okay, right here. In this whole entire area right here. Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. It's aggravating, this little Google thing, but it's on my computer, so it's different than my phone. Okay, so right here is a BP gas station, and it's a train track right here too. All right, let's see. Here's a BP gas station. Here's a train track off of Brock Road, and then there's a Bojangles right here. I don't think she was working at this Bojangles, but I don't know that. So we don't know why they were in this area. But I don't know if that's related or not, right? So the lady saying that she saw them, and she can't remember exactly where, but she said it was near a gas station, near a railroad track. This is the closest railroad station and railroad track and gas station that's connected to each other. And this is like right when you're like leaving out of Rockmart to go into Rome. So you're actually already in Rockmart right here. This is like you're here in Rockmart area. And then if we go back some more, there's another train track down some more. I think it's right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Right here across from the Ready Mix US Rockmart cement place. And then like on down some more, there's another store somewhere down here, like another gas station. But it's on down a little further. Okay, but anyway, so this is a wooded area right here. It's not too much wooded areas, but assuming that they were on the right side of the road coming from Rome and not the left side of the road, that's one area to look at. And then look at this, another big area of trees right beside the gas station. So like this is a huge area. And then there's a cement place next door, which could be concerned, you know. So I don't know. Might be far-fetched, but not to me. So let's see. I think that's it for this one. Okay, let me go to the other one. Okay, before we go over that, I just wanted to point out the map view of 101 versus the other direction that is saying going up Rockmart Road, and then the one where it says 21 minutes. I think that was like the 411 way to get on Cedartown Highway. So I did the 24-minute, not the 24-minute one, but you can see it says 101, but it veers off onto Old Rockmart Highway. But I kept straight up Rockmart Road. That's the direction that I'm going off of, not the dark blue ones or that, like super light blue one up at the top. Because where it says 24 minutes at, it veers off. Once it goes up there, it veers off above, that little L shape that's going to the right there, right above the 24 minutes. This picture over here on the right side is showing you what road is veering off on, and that's just another direction to go to Cedartown to get there quicker than going all the way up Rockmart Road and jumping onto the highway. Okay, so when you notice the green dot is the area in Rockmart where she said she had noticed them at, and the purple dot is like, the Rome area is like your starting point, right? Whatever. And then the directions lead you to Cedartown. The red dot up the top is Cedartown. So I just wanted to point out the distance that Cedartown is over here, Rockmart is all the way over here. Why would he go all the way over there to Rockmart and go all the way around? That doesn't make sense, but we'll figure that out later, right? And then the picture in the middle is just a close-up of the Bojangles, the gas station, and that railroad track off of Brock Road. Is that Brock Road? Let me see. Yeah, I just zoomed in a little bit to that one. And then, you know, zoomed in again so you can see it better. Here we have the satellite view of the Bojangles from the January 1st incident. This is completely separated from the rest of the video. I just want to give people insight of what that area actually looks like. Okay, now we're gonna look up Bojangles. Let me go. Let me do it this way. You can access the photos and see things. Okay, you see this photo right here? This is the gas station in the Bojangles. It's behind it, and this is the one in Rome, not the one on Rockmart Highway. This is the Bojangles on Redmond Circle in Rome, Georgia. So to scroll down, see that picture? This is the small building. You see, this is just from one side. This like behind the store, you know, a view from like behind the store. And then if we come down some more, it's another view. That was funny, right? Look at that. Okay, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, here we go. This is the street view. As you can see, the parking area is very limited. There's really nowhere for anyone to really be at up there, okay? Then we're going to click on it and do a 60 for you. As you can see, the gas station, the street view. Go back around this way, street view, and right across just the open field, like I said before. Not much to go off of. And I'm thinking somewhere over there, there's a camera light somewhere up there by the red light. But even when I zoomed in, I couldn't really see it. And I was told that the cameras may not actually work. So who knows, all right? So that's just that one area, right? I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. And this is from the January 1st, 2022 incident. This does not have anything to do with the day she actually went missing, just to clarify that. We're going to jump in to this timeline. Okay, January the 1st, 2022, and this is my own timeline. The afternoon, after 12, before 2 p.m. as Eastern Standard Time, because they had left by 1:30, so it was before 2 p.m., but it was after 12 o'clock lunch. Unexpected men showed up to Mo and Joe's job, at the Bojangles on Redmond Circle, leaving her in tears and causing her and Joe to end their shift early at 1:30 p.m. Right after they seen these men, they walked right back inside the building, and, he was adamantly apologizing to her, and then, they washed dishes, she washed dishes, and they finished up that little bit and left. They didn't stay for the whole shift. They were supposed to get off until like 3 something, all right? January 23rd, 2022, Joe is arrested for simple battery, family violence in Cave Spring, Georgia against Mo. And That was 3 weeks after this January 1st incident, which was unreported. Mo was last spoken to or last seen around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time around the Rome, Georgia area. The last person to be known around her on that day, Joe, her husband, he claims her phone was thrown from the car while on his way to Cedartown from Rome, Georgia, that he dropped her off near family on February 24th, 2022 around, this was around or before 2 p.m. He claims that was what happened, but she was missing, okay, missing. And later on around 5 p.m., Joe returned Mo's missed calls on February 24th, 2022 to her sister using her cell phone, the one thrown from the car, around 5 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time, responding that Mo was in the store, whatever that meant. However, Mo never returned her sister's call even after Joe spoke with the sister. And store, I'm still debating. I want to know if store meant Bojangles work store, because according to this lady and what Mo was wearing, she didn't seem to be in no work uniform. So that kind of rules out her possibility of being at work, but it doesn't, because she could have went home and took a shower and worked the early shift. So I don't know. Kids after school program called the kid's aunt. Mo's sister notified her, they notified her that Mo was a no-show and picking up her girls. That was on February 24, 2022, around 6:30 p.m. So that's a long time. 2 to 5 is 3 hours. And 5 to 6 is an hour and a half. So that is, you know, almost 5 hours of time. And we're trying to figure out what could have possibly happened in that little bit of time that caused her to disappear. Continuing with my timeline, February 25th, 2022, Joe is arrested again for investigative hold, and I don't know what area he was arrested by because the GBI go over this case, so I'm assuming they would have investigatively held him, but I don't know the information. Since March the 1st, searches have been made by locals, family members, and friends, and today is March 22nd, and in 2 days it'll be 30 days that Mo has been gone if she isn't found within the next 72 hours. It's gonna be a whole month. These kids have not seen their mother in a whole month, y'all. A whole month. The police are not physically actively searching for her. They're not really pressing the issue. I haven't seen nobody do any press releases. I'm just really baffled about the whole thing. I suggest you start calling the news channels and holding your own press conferences and having the kids speak out and speak up for their mother, because it's so important to get people to understand that this lady is a mother and she has 3 beautiful daughters that need her home immediately. Also, something else I wanted to touch base on that I didn't get. If the address in Cave Spring, Georgia, where Joe was arrested on in January of this year, was their home at the time. Then why did Joe say he was on his way to his apartment in Cedartown February 24th, the day that Mo disappeared? You know, he's saying that he dropped her off and the phone was thrown out the car on his way to Cedartown to his apartment, blah, blah, blah. He was seen in Cedartown at his apartment. Let me rephrase. Okay, so hear this out. Usually, when you get arrested for simple battery, especially family violence, the offender is usually court ordered to stay away from said victim or victims until the court hearing and all of that is, even when they're married, it doesn't matter. Even when they're married, if it's a violent type crime or described as a violent crime, it does not matter, right? So that leads me to believe that Joe had to have moved out after he got arrested, and clearly that's a sign that they were separated and that Mo was about to be done with him. But I don't know that information. But it's looking to me like they had two separate addresses at this point, and maybe was, I don't think there was no conditional bond. If there was, then he probably would have been arrested for like, um, you know, violating that. But that's just my assumption. Like from what I know, usually there's a court order, conditional bond hearing, all that extra stuff that says you gotta stay away from this person until you go to court. Blah 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 blah. And people still tend to see each other even after the judge says don't. So I've been through something similar to that, but that's something else to talk about, right? So you can only know things from experience. So that's why it's okay, like to say, okay, well, this is what I know from experience, but things do change. The court systems change their methods all the time. They do that. And unless you're going through it, you won't know um, the system, what the system is, and how to go about those issues. So let's just keep Mo in your prayers and let's just pray that, she is found safe and that she just comes home safe as soon as possible. And let's just keep our heads up and our eyes open. Also, back to what they were outside the car searching for. Okay? It makes me wonder, did they find what they were looking for? Or did Mo get mad because they couldn't find it and walked off leaving Joe? And that maybe Joe stayed behind to continue looking for her phone until he found it. But that would make you wonder, didn't Joe call the sister at 5 something? So how long did it take them to pull over on the side of the road near that wooded area near a gas station and railroad tracks to search for something in which I speculate to have been Mo's phone, right? That leads me to believe that Joe had to have been the one to have thrown the phone out the car after the argument they had. And clearly that's why they could have been looking for something, in my opinion. Did Joe have time to catch up to Mo if she did take off walking like he claimed? And note, argumentative people tend to follow you with the drama, okay? They don't care about giving you no peace at all. Even if you're trying to walk away from them, they'll let you walk away and then they'll start following you. I've been through it before. And they're married, so only a select few will understand. If anybody knows if the GBI has found Monisha's phone yet, please let me know in the comments. If not, um, that's fine. I'll wait until that information is posted publicly. And if again, the reason why the lady specified that area and she said it was a wooded area, she's not saying that she's in the woods. I'm clarifying that she's saying that they were pulled over on the side of the road. So the side of the road is in front of the wooded area. so that people don't go speculating and saying weird things. But if you have drones and you want to do that, that's fine. There's no hurt in looking. But these are the questions that I just have because I'm not understanding how he's telling them that, okay, yeah, the phone was thrown from the car, but this lady is saying that she saw them before 2 o'clock. So if this happened before 2 o'clock and you didn't call until 3 hours or 3.5 hours later, you returning her call, that's a long time. Y'all didn't spend no 3.5 hours on the side of that road looking for no phone, so I ain't trying to hear none of that. So let's dig deeper, y'all. That's all I can say. Prayers for Mo. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that I can keep giving you this type of content and other content. Also, follow me on Instagram at official Viva La Convos and my Facebook page, Viva La Convos. Alright, let's just keep Mo in your prayers. Let's keep digging. Let's keep searching. Let's not give up. Alright. If you have any information, please contact the GBI.
Who think I'm about losing my soul? Think who think I'm about losing my soul? Think I can't breathe no more. Lately it's just me and you know we, baby. We kinda in a lack of communication, but I don't really care if you don't really care. 'Cause baby, I know where I stand. I really love you, love you. Do you love me like you say? I really wanna fuck with you, baby, but I feel some tension. Can I get your permission to talk about our feelings and mistakes? You wanna love me, I wanna love somebody else. It don't really matter, yet I care, 'cause I know just what I need. Give me some love, please. That's what I need, baby, that's what I need.
Thank you again for watching my video. Please send me any cases you feel aren't getting any or enough media attention at officialvivalaconvos@gmail.com. I'd be honored to cover them. And FYI, the music that I put on my videos are me singing. I wrote these songs like years ago or last year, so all of my music was recorded and written prior to Mo going missing. I just finally found a purpose for them, and they're demos. They're not even the official mix, but regardless to what, I feel like my songs have a message, and clearly I want my message to get across. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are out there searching and praying and just holding on to that hope that we'll get Mo back safely. Have a good day. Stay good. Viva la Convos out.